bloody hell, we've also got a Justice League trailer. Do you want to talk about that? This might be the most interesting of the lot, especially after BVS. Because for me, this it fixes some problems by virtue of the variety of characters we've got on the screen, bringing something slightly different, namely the Flash, the obvious kind of addition that actually changes the tone. But there is still a lot of lingering, corny bullshit and just machismo kind of. I don't know. One of you talk about this before I get a little bit upset.
Alex?
Ezra Miller isn't good.
Don't you like him?
No, that scene in the trailer when he's giving it the whole "oh, I need friends," that just reminded me of the Lex Luthor scene in the BVS trailers. And if he's going to play Barry Allen like that for the whole film, I'm out. That's not the Flash. The Flash starts off with lacking confidence, but he turns out to be a badass, and he can't be sat wibbling and wobbling about not having friends and being a bit peculiar. He needs to step up, and it's not right. It just didn't fit. It felt far too forced, very much like Lex was in the BVS when he strong handshake. That's what it felt like to me. It didn't. It could well be a feature of the trailer and just what they chose to show. Which, if they chose to show that, I would have to question how the production's going to go. And it just didn't feel right. Everything else seemed a lot better. Bruce Wayne needs to go and see a psychiatrist because he's got serious issues. He's up and down, honestly. He needs to either stop taking the tablets or go and get some help because he's all over the place.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was good. Aquaman was brilliant. Aquaman, I felt like, he's gonna cause some problems.
Yeah, but Aquaman, in his role in this film, it's kind of an easy one to do, especially for Jason Momoa. It's like, just be
Rock
a
up
badass,
and play Khal Drogo,
and kind of stand and look tough and stare at people. It's like, all right, like it's not too difficult. With the Flash, we've had a few different versions of the Flash recently. We've got a TV one, we've got the comics, we've got about 5 different friggin' Flashes in the comics. But we've also got like the Justice League cartoon version of the Flash, who was like an ADHD kid in some respects, and this is obviously a young version of the character, but I don't mind that it's different to what we've seen from the Flash before. I just want there to be a bit more levity and stop taking yourself so seriously all the time. And
no, that's definitely something that DC needs to do. It needs to chill out and have a bit of a laugh, but to tell Ezra Miller to play the same role that you saw in BVS with Lex Luthor, there's just the character looks like the way it's being played is exactly the same.
I didn't get as much of that from it as you.
I didn't take that away from it either. The one thing I really feel about this trailer is it probably shouldn't have come out right now. Like, this is just something that you gain from like looking at films in general. Like, we know Justice League's only just started filming, and you look at this trailer, and there's probably 4 scenes in this trailer. Like, you can tell it's very limited what they've shot. You've got Bruce Wayne with Barry Allen, you've got Bruce Wayne with Aquaman, not Khal Drogo. You've got them 4 stood in this building with, and then you got Bruce Wayne with Diana just talking. You know what I mean? Like, it's very alien thingy. They haven't got the action scenes done. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, like, so from that standpoint, you're like, okay, you haven't got much to show. At least you're showing something. You're trying to change the message from Batman vs Superman was shockingly terrible. You've got this horrible turn, and now like, no, look, we've listened. We have a different turn. It's lighter. It's an ensemble movie. It's not the Bruce Wayne show, which is probably good. It's probably good. But it, as a trailer, it's not very good. Like, it didn't get me excited for this movie. It showed me they're trying to make it less of a clusterfuck than Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
and I'm glad they didn't show Superman, because that would have been a shockingly stupid thing to do. In fact, if they show Superman in any of the trailers, that's a shockingly stupid thing to do. I just, like you said, the Ezra Miller thing caught me off at first playing this version of Barry Allen. The one thing that got me, which really annoyed me, and I sound so stupid saying it, is like his lightning's blue. And I'm like, what? What? It's yellow! It's yellow lightning, guys! Come on! It's not! But they do have to distinctly define it as the movie version of Barry Allen, not TV version of Barry Allen. So you have Barry Allen who's kind of confident on this, and this one's kind of a recluse and technologically smart, building all this stuff. And Mr. Sunday Movies on YouTube, he's like, his 10 things you missed or whatever it is, like the breakdown thing. It's like, could this be an early version of Gideon? And, ooh, look, he's watching Rick and Morty. So, you know, he's got some style. He watches Rick and Morty, right? He watches Rick and Morty.
I think the only thing...
I don't know, like, there's not enough there to say whether it's going to be a good movie, because there's not enough probably being shot and ready to show that.
So you reckon it should have been a teaser rather than a trailer then?
Well,
30-second, 45 seconds.
All you could have just done is Bruce Wayne, like, I'm putting together a team, something's coming. You could have that shot of the mother box in there, which no one seems to be talking about. Like, there's obviously some element, like, I'm probably assuming that's gonna, like, Diana ties in with that, with them burying a mother box, like, because that's not present time, and the only person in this film who isn't from present time is going to be Diana. Unless it's just going to be one of these random flashbacks to people burying a mother box for no reason. Please don't do that, please God, no. At least have Diana knowing something, you know what I mean? That gives her more of a character, like, she actually has a character, unlike sexy person who steals from Bruce Wayne in Batman vs Superman.
But like you say, there can't be much footage ready to show, and they've still got a lot of time and to finish making a decent film. I think with the Ezra Miller thing, I would say, Alex, watch it again, but but more the first part of that scene, because in that moment where he throws a batarang at him, he does a lot with no dialogue. And
okay, I'll concede that.
He has this moment of he has to make a decision. He's used to hiding, and he understands what the significance of revealing his powers would mean. He realizes that the batarang, what that means, and there's a lot going on with that. And he's a lot more chilled and considered than what Jesse Eisenberg did with Luther. When he starts getting into the more banter,
the red capes are coming. Red capes are coming.
With the banter stuff, you sometimes get the feeling that it's maybe a little bit forced, like Zack Snyder's standing there going, "Be natural," and he's like trying to make break his dialogue up in a more natural way. But that actual moment where there's no dialogue is very well played.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would give him a bit more rope. Yeah.
I think the best thing out of the whole Justice League thing was the promo shot of them all, where they're all in their armor and they're all like stood together. Like they've released the photo of it.
Yeah.
Like it's all been touched up. Like that just screams Justice League. They're all together. You know what I mean? It's like, that's cool. And obviously they haven't shot that yet. Like, or else you would have alluded to that in the thing, because Khal Drogo's not there. So from what we could tell, he's like, I'll see you in part 2.
No,
he's
in the promo shot.
Yeah, so that's got to be the end of part 1, isn't it? Them all coming together, like, and fighting Darkseid. I don't know. Like, there's nothing here other than the heroes are in this movie.
Superman's not in the trailer, but he's in this, just looking like normal. I don't know if they've just fucking photoshopped this thing.
Photoshopped him in. I thought that too.
It just does not look like, you know.
So I'm excited. I am excited, like, because this does show they're trying. They've actively listened. They're like, okay, this dark gritty turn doesn't work for what the characters we have coming out. Like,
what do you
at least they're trying, and I think.
What do you think?
Jeff John.
Shut up, damn it!
I can't help it. Skype, I blame you.
What do you think of the Flash's outfit?
You know what? I have no idea. I like it, but then I don't, and then I keep going back and forward, like, because we only get like one quick look at it where you like, I'm back against the wall now, and I'm like, what's going on?
Well,
I think once we see it in movement, it'll look better.
I mean, in this shot, I actually like it. There's like an undersuit, like a black neoprene type. Is that the right word? I don't know. Like under layer, and then it's got armor portions sort of built over it, and it makes a lot of sense for what he does. Because what doesn't make sense for me is Barry Allen running around in a full leather outfit, sprinting at the speed of fucking light. Because your bollocks are going to roast off in that thing. So I'm more on board with this version.
They did sort of justify that in the TV series, though.
Did
early
they?
doors. They
It's
did.
a polymer in it or something that.
Which
system.
stops
It's
the
a
particles
stupid
in the
polymer.
air from setting fire to him, basically.
Mm.
That's why he's got to have a
Technobabble.
full head cap.
Technobabble.
Always clean shaven.
It's nonsense. This looks like, and his legs, like it's really tight to his legs, like he's built to fucking move. So I think that works. That works really well. Cyborg looks pretty badass as well. So yeah,
CG needs work on it though. Definitely, like that can't be finished. Like his chest and stuff. It didn't look
of the suit, Flash's suit, or Cyborg suit.
No. Cyborg just did like there was something weird with that thing that I was like, I don't know if it's real or not, and if it's not real, then it don't work. But like his face worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it didn't match up in my head.
Yeah.
But it's still early on. Like they can easily fix that. That's not a real problem.
I'm sure there'll be several polishes of the CGI yet.
Yes.
Let's move on.